Britt. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so on today's build, we are doing something similar but different. I know I have 101, okay, that's a little sarcastic, but I know I have a bunch of base game starter homes on my page already on the gallery, but I decided I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit. So this time I did a 2-bedroom versus a 1-bedroom. I made it more of a functional layout than like a smaller home. I added, I tried to add some different techniques that I've been messing around with just so I can get better at building, because I know I'm not the world's best builder. I know this, but the best way to become a better builder is to practice and learn. So I did a little pop out today, or a little build out over there on the roof. I added a little fireplace or a chimney for a fireplace. It was something I was kind of hoping for. I tried to stick with the Willow, is it Willow Creek? I think it's Willow Creek, which is like one of the base game worlds. I'm like gonna sound like a noob, even though I've been playing forever. Sorry. I wanted it to fit in with the other homes around, so I was kind of looking at to see what the other homes had to offer. And I kind of was like, let's mix it up. Let's make it sure it fits, and let's do it. So instead of adding a front porch, I mostly added a back porch over there. I'm gonna add the door to the master bathroom, or master bedroom, my bad, off to the side over there. But I was just trying to have fun. I kept everything to base game. Although now looking back, like I said, I had everything within the starter funds. Now looking back, I realized I spent 290 simoleons on those pillars each. That is absolutely ridiculous. If I could go in and change some things right now, I totally would, because that's a little much. There was cheaper options that I should have gone with. I have a hard time building larger houses. I tend to make my houses smaller versus larger. I don't know why. It's a bad habit of mine. I think maybe I'm just so used to doing rags to riches challenges over and over that now I'm like, we need the smallest home possible. We can't afford much, which in all honesty, we could not afford much. We could not. I had to go cheap and crappy appliances, crappy counters. I tried to find ones that were not so awful. I apologize. This house could definitely use some improvements down the road. Obviously, if you have other packs, go ahead and use those. But I like having different base starters in my gallery for whatever my sim family might need in that moment. What you don't see is the amount of windows. Like, you see some, but it was a ridiculous amount of windows that I went through to try and figure out what was going to be the best option there. And I kind of mixed and matched some of the windows a little bit, but it doesn't look bad. I'm really happy. Like I said, I'm really am happy with the way this turned out. I have no regrets. My only thing was maybe build it a little bit bigger next time, but though if I build it bigger, I don't know where to cut cost. So if we build a bigger home, it wouldn't be considered base game, but that's okay. You can always add on later, right? It's better to take away or to add later than to not be able to afford at all. But like I said, I had a really fun time doing this. I couldn't decide on what kind of brick color that I wanted, so I went back and forth a few times. I also didn't realize that when you use those kind of paneling, I guess is what they're called. I don't know if that's actually what they're called. That it did that. So I had to go through a couple different colors before I found one that worked for me. And I was really happy with the way that turned out. Now looking back as I'm sitting here commentating over this, I should have put a black brick on the fireplace to make it stand out a little bit more, but I did not, and it was not something that I thought about. And yeah, I figured adding the black tones to the windows and the doors, not necessarily the doors, I think I just did it to the windows, give it more of an accent versus having white on white. I was trying to make certain things pop a little bit more so that it wasn't all, let's stick together, let's keep it the same. But, like I said, trying to mix it up, be different, do different. The only way to continue to grow as a builder, I think, is to challenge yourself. And I definitely had a lot of fun challenging myself in this build. Downside, though, is, can I just say, base game couches suck. I went back and forth on color, on style. Can I afford this one? Can I afford that one? I redid this living room, no joke, probably about half a dozen times before I was just like, okay, we're gonna stick to this. And then I end up changing the color, as you can see. But yeah, this living room alone was trial and error. I wanted to add cabinets and little decor features, and I ran out of money. I really ran out of simoleons. I wonder if maybe I could have made the rooms a little bit smaller towards the end. I was trying to figure out ways to cut cost. I eventually ended up getting rid of those end tables altogether. I felt like it was just too much for the space. Plus, I also needed to save money. So, what better way than getting rid of some end tables? But yeah, I guess the best way to cut costs would be to get rid of those pillars. Oh my gosh, that was almost $1,200 in pillars, and now I wish I would have not have done that, because I could have given us more money and could have gotten a little bit better stuff. But you know, lesson learned. You gotta live and learn. I'm trying to not be so jerky with my camera motion, so I sincerely apologize for this. I was trying to go for different colors and different textures that matched, but was like separate and different. So I have the black and brown going in for the kitchen. I guess more black and bronze. And then it transitions to blue and brown into the living room. I tried to stay within the first like 3 colors. So as you can see on the wallpaper that are, I guess, tile versus paper. Anyways, the design that I'm choosing for the bathroom, I stuck with that color throughout the rest of the house. So I did more of like a darker tile in the bathroom. I ended up doing like a peachish color in that second bedroom that I ended up turning into an office. I ended up doing like a bluish color in the bedroom, and it all kind of ties together with the kitchen. So I'm still really happy with the way that turned out. I don't have any regrets. I did mix it up and did black appliances, or not necessarily appliances, black bath features. Wow, that was really hard. Because like I still wanted to accent it. I still wanted to bring the black from the kitchen into the bathroom without making it seem too crazy. But yeah, bedroom is super basic. You know, I ended up getting rid of one of the end tables, switching them out altogether, and then getting rid of one of the end tables and putting a plant, because I was like, what's the point of needing an end table there? Because, you know, we don't really ever need one. I would have loved to add more to it, but like I said, money was tight and you just gotta go what you're given. I really did want to mix it up. I was kind of deciding, okay, I'll make a kid's bedroom. It'll be lots of fun. Hence why I had the first color, or maybe a teen room. And then I was like, no, how I play, I always start off with a single sim. And so I was like, instead of spending the money on a kid's bedroom that I would turn around and delete 10 seconds into the, playing, let me put an office. Let me make it a space that my sim will actually end up using. So, like I said, I'm happy with the way that it turned out. I don't have any regrets with what I did. There's definitely, and I feel like, a lot of room to improve the house too, like switch out some of the appliances. Always you could add a pool or a little pond, upgrade everything, add some more decorations, because like I was super basic. I had no money for cabinets. I had no money for cute little decor. It was a little dicey there for a minute trying to decide what to do. And then when it came to doing the landscaping, part of me was like, usually in the past I've been like, we don't have any money, we don't need landscaping. But part of me now is like, no, we need landscaping. And I did learn about what is it called? Debug items. And so like now I'm super obsessed with debug plants, and I will never pay for actual plants ever again. Although I think I did pay for a couple plants in this build. But that's okay. What's like $100? That's nothing. Anyways, downside though is when I went into build, I set it for spring versus summer, and as I was building, I didn't realize it was still considered winter-ish, springtime, and everything is dead. So yeah, it was a little sad. But if you look at the thumbnail, I did end up playing for a couple of sim days, getting it to where everything blooms. If you go back and you check out my thumbnail, or you check it or you download it from the gallery, you'll see it looked absolutely beautiful. I am really happy with the way it turned out. I'm happy with, you know, all the different colors and the textures. It was absolutely beautiful just working with the teeny tiny little pictures. And like I said, I had a lot of fun. I didn't do anything in the back because, like, whoever goes inside the back of the house, you know? But you got the front. I got the entire front done. I did a nice little, like, nice plants, nice little bushes around the porch. And like I said, overall, I'm really happy with the way this came. I feel like if you look at my first build that I ever put up here, and usually I do not build before I started recording, I honestly would just download off the gallery. I would do that and, you know, be like, hey, I'm not good. I can't build like this. I'm just gonna, you know, it's in the gallery. I'm gonna download it and use that instead. But now I'm really trying to push myself, and I'm finding more and more ways to decorate. I'm finding more and more ways to, like, bring bushes together, you know, add more textures, add more realism, put the plants, put the dirt, like how to make it form and fit all together. And overall, like with this build and even the last couple of builds, I have been very proud of myself. Downside is I made a cottage for my friend Ashley, and I forgot to record me doing it. That cottage, I'm not even gonna tell you how long it took me to do. It's in my gallery, so you're more than welcome to check it out. But like, I realized after I was done recording it and I told her it was in the gallery, she's like, oh, did you record it for your videos? And I was like, no. Thank you for reminding me. No, I completely forgot. There was at least like 4 hours put into that I completely forgot. But it's okay. You know, you live, you learn, you make some mistakes. Like I said, it's easy for me to sit here now looking at my video and critiquing it a little bit more versus in the moment. Like I said, overall, I am still very happy with my progress. I am, you know, making leaps and bounds, at least for me anyways, and I have no regrets. I love this house and I hope you do too. Bye.